Hey, hi, hello. It's me, Lights. Today I wanted to sit down and look at two Wilds of Eldraine trailers for Magic the Gathering. There's the English version and there's also the anime version. I thought it'd be really fun to break those down, similar to how I broke down the Marvel Snap trailer earlier. Without further ado, I'm gonna jump into it. One heads up, I'm getting over a cold, so if I sound like I'm stuffy, I am. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I will say I know the basics of these trailers just because I was working on a little bit of Wilds of Eldraine while I was at Wizards of the Coast, but I wasn't a part of the overall process of these ones, so this is completely new to me. I only really know the briefs of how they were being made. All right, so right off the bat, it's like a story tale, storybook in a faraway land. I think that was Callan climbing up the beanstalk. Oh, that's cute. Sir Ginger! Woo! That's really fun. All right, so let's go ahead and jump back and take a look at some of these things. There was definitely a lot of little Easter eggs. You can see here it's a little less than a minute, so it's definitely optimized for paid media. I also do recall seeing a few of these trailers or a few of these bits being cut up into different segments and used for smaller ads. So I wouldn't be surprised if each of these are 6 to 5 to 15 seconds long each. But let's go ahead and start at the beginning and see. So right off the bat, it's really pulling off this storybook vibe. It's showing you the logo for Magic. You're zooming in as if you're going into like the storybook. Um, Everything here is 2D, very shadow boxy. It also is very similar to how some of those cards are in the Enchanting Tales. So I like that they pulled in that vibe from the Enchanting Tales. Also, you have this classic turning of the page, in a faraway land sort of thing here. Um, so let's see. Our first little bit here is starts at 6 seconds, and the next one is at 11. So yeah, that's about 6 seconds here. Um, the first storybook thing here is the gingerbread house. This one's about 6 seconds long before it goes to the next superstitial. So this one's probably also about 6 seconds long. Yeah. So you can definitely tell that they cut these up into 6 second chunks that they could use with different ads right before you go into YouTube or other paid media things. So what I really dig about this is, and I think that's exactly what they did as well. I would also imagine each of these titles probably tie into what the next thing is. So let's see, in a faraway land, brimming with magic. So yeah, first thing it cuts over is to a gingerbread cookie that can actually talk and move. Um, and also playing on some of these classic tropes of like, let's see, this is Hansel and Gretel kind of sort of thing here, cooking the kids. Um, these are really cute. I mean, cute in a really disturbing way, but really cute. Stories you love. So then it's showing off like the golden goose, um, the Little Red Riding Hood. So it's showing off some of those classic tales, and then got a bit twisted. I like how they added this like little like crumpled piece of paper, which is really fun. Um, so it's showing off that these aren't the tales you know, or how you know them, and how you can kind of change up the story yourself, which I think is really fun. And then it goes into kind of the stuff that Magic can do with those cards. So I think that's really fun. I think, similar to how I broke down the Marvel Snap trailer, you can definitely see how they optimized for certain ways of how they're going to deliver this trailer. This one, you can tell they optimized for, instead of one big long trailer, it's kind of like 4 or 5 6 second trailers kind of stitched together, and all together it tells a really cool story of this is what Wilds of Eldraine will be like. So like I said, this is one of two trailers here. This one definitely focuses on the storybook aspect of Wilds of Eldraine. So let's go ahead and switch over to the anime part and see how this might differ. See if this moves over to more storytelling, or if this tells it in a completely different way. So let's go ahead and without further ado start the anime trailer. So already right off the bat, you're seeing that's much slower. There's not, heightened music. All right, you have Will and Rowan fighting. You can also tell this is going to be a lot more story based. The other one was not story based at all. I mean, it had story tied into it, but it didn't have, like, I wouldn't say it was a story based trailer, you know. Ashiok there, one of my favorites. And then the three queens. It's cute. Will and Rowan reflecting on their parents. Obviously symbolizing something happened to their family. So Rowan's definitely struggling with something internally here with this, the way this anime trailer is telling it. Harriet whispering sweet nothings into her ear, turning her from good to evil, perhaps. I like how it's centering on the Will and Rowan battle here. It's really showing that they're not wanting to fight each other, but they're both fighting for something. It's cutting back to these flashbacks of these are really close brothers and sisters and families. Is that it? No, okay. Interesting that they cut to the title right in the middle there. That's an Omen Path. Interesting. That's the first time you're hearing sound effects come in. You just heard the sword. It's very cool that they're tying in so much of this story.
イルは強いね。ありがとう。いつもそばにいてくれて。それでも、私は。
So dramatic. I love it. Nice. Very cool. So, very different ways of pulling in the Wilds of Eldraine story and magic. If you're, I imagine if you're watching this video, you're familiar that there are anime cards in Wilds of Eldraine. I have some here, but whatever. That there are anime cards in Wilds of Eldraine, so it makes sense to add in an anime trailer here. Clearly, this one is much more story based as opposed to the other one where it was a little bit more. This is about storytelling and storybooks and kind of like Disney type of stories, a little bit more general audience, whereas this one's definitely more honed in on the people who'd be interested in an anime trailer and the Wilds of Eldraine story. And I wish we saw more Ashiok. That would have been really cool. um, you get a little bit of, I think that's Kellen, maybe. I'm not actually sure. You see the queens here. I love the way that they did Ariette. They did a really good job of pulling in the anime that was in the cards, put into here while not making it feel disjointed, which I think is really cool. Um, I mean, there's not much to say here other than I think this is just a beautiful trailer that ties in the story really well. The rivalry between Will and Rowan and how they're battling with how they should save Eldraine in their own way, and how here you can see Rowan is really struggling with how she wants to save Eldraine in her way. Not sure why it doesn't want to move. Let's see, move over here. Yeah, so like she's really struggling. You know, the things are corrupting her mind. So, and her way of thinking. So, not much to say to this one other than I think it's really cool. What did you think? I think these trailers did a really good job, very different job, but a very good job of showing off what Wilds of Eldraine is, where it's very much your classic story tales, but with a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a darker tone. Yeah, what did you think of the Wilds of Eldraine story? I would also be very intrigued to see what you thought of that. And please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. Tomorrow I will have a weekly TCG video up where I will be explaining the last week in TCG news, so stay tuned for that. My name is Light, an intern.